The purpose of our lives is to be happy. You live only once, but if you do it right, once is enough. Hello everyone. Today we are going to read The Ball poem written by John Berryman. Let's know about our poem, John Berryman. John Berryman was born on October 25, 1914 in McAlester, Oklahoma, where he was raised until the age of 10 when his father, John Smith, a banker, and his mother, Martha, a school teacher, moved to Florida. He was just 11 years old when his father shot and killed himself. Berryman was haunted by his father's death for the rest of his life and wrote about his struggle to come to terms with it in much of his poetry. He graduated from Columbia in 1936 and went to study at Cambridge University for 2 years on a scholarship. The first of three marriages came in 1942, and 6 years later, he published his first important book of poetry, The Dispossessed, in 1948. A critical biography of the American writer Stephen Crane followed in 1950. In 1955, after teaching stints at the Harvard and the Princeton, Berryman took a position at the University of Minnesota, where he remained until his death. The poet, through his poem, The Ball poem, has described the reality of life, which everyone has to face one day. He has touched the topic of how to stand up against the miseries and sorrows of life. He watches a young boy playing with his ball. The next minute, his ball rolls away from him and falls into the water of the harbor. As the boy watches his ball disappear, he can also feel his childhood slip away from him. He feels himself growing up very fast as he learns that loss is a part of everyday life and that life goes on despite it. The sight of the sad little boy pains the poet, but he knows that growing up is an unavoidable process. The poet is talking about a boy who has lost his ball. He wants to know about him and his reaction because he has lost his ball. Further, he asks himself what the boy would do after losing his ball. The poet has seen the ball going away from the boy. He says that the ball was cheerfully jumping up and down in the street. This means that when the ball skipped from the boy's hand, it went into the street and later on it fell into the nearby river. The poet says that there is no benefit of consoling the boy by saying that he will get another ball because he has other balls too. He says so because the boy is feeling very sad. He is completely surrounded by sorrow. He is sad because all the memories of the childhood days went down the harbor with the ball. Here, the poet also says that the boy is very sad as the ball, which has now gone into the water, reminds him of those sweet memories of the times when he owned it. This loss is unbearable for him, and he is grief-stricken. Berryman also says that he cannot even tell the boy to take some money from him in order to buy another ball. He says so because the new ball will not bring the sense of belonging to the boy. Further, he says that the time has come for the boy to learn the responsibility of taking care of his things. He says in this materialistic world, many of his belongings will be lost. By saying this, he says he personifies the ball as his belongings, be it the worldly things or the relationships he is in possession of. So he says that the boy has to learn to live without them no matter what. He says no one can buy back such things for him. Berryman said so because according to him, money can't buy you everything. If it does buy you some materialistic things, still it will not be able to buy the sense of belongingness. He says that the boy is learning how to stand up against the sense of lost things. This means that the boy is trying to learn the real truth of life, which states that you have to accept the miseries of life and stand up again. This is the truth which everyone has to learn in his or her life. The harsh truth of standing up against the odd miseries of life that everyone has to bear. After reading the poem, we learn that the little boy has lost his ball. He can buy many new balls, but he has a very deep emotional attachment and memories associated with that ball. So he regrets over the loss of the ball. The poet is indirectly trying to tell us that we should learn how to cope up with the loss. Money is external, that is, we cannot buy memories with money. We all must learn our responsibility and learn to cope up with the loss. In the end, I would just like to say, you learn more from failure than from success. Don't let it stop you. Failure builds character. Thank you.